Hi everyone, good afternoon. May I know who all are there? Yes, very good afternoon to everyone. Please let me know who all are there. Hi Kodat. I'm waiting for everyone to join. Krishna, hi Krishna. Agasri is there, good afternoon. We may wait for a few seconds, okay? Just let everyone join. Vikash, good afternoon. Hope your preparations are going good. Yes, Monica is there, good afternoon. In between, I may be missing some names, okay? Don't feel bad. Sometimes I may not be able to read all those names, that's why. Akash, good afternoon. Yes. So I hope you know the agenda behind this session, right? You already got the sessions for mathematics, engineering, mechanics and all, right? Yes. Aniket, good afternoon. So just briefly telling what is the agenda behind the session. What we are going to do today, like we'll be discussing some good number of questions. It's not about the number of questions that we are going to solve. It's about the concepts which we are going to discuss, okay? In some questions, we may be discussing more than one topic or more than one concept, or maybe only one concept, but it will be very, very important, repeatedly asking type of question. And maybe on that one particular question, you may be solving that within 1 minute, but I will tell you what are the possibilities of changes in that question. We know transportation engineering, whenever they are just changing one sentence or changing one word, the entire solution is going to change, right? Or and the final answer will be different, that we are going to discuss. And I hope by discussing those questions, we can just brush up our concepts which we have already studied. And those who have not started the preparation properly, for you also, definitely this session is going to be beneficial. That's why I am planning to take the session in such a way that we'll just go through the syllabus, like one by one. We'll just discuss the topics. We'll just brush up. So for some topics, we may not be doing any question because it may be a simple direct thing. And for some other topics, we will be doing the questions. And like that, we'll just have a revision. Okay. So I think a lot of students have joined. Sayantan, Akash, Varun, Ankit, Vamsi. Very good afternoon to everyone. I'm sorry if I have missed any names. Okay. Right. So in this session, I'm trying to cover the first two chapters, highway geometry design and traffic engineering. Let's see, sometimes if it is not able to finish, if you are unable to finish in this session of 2 hours, then tomorrow also we have the session on the same time. Day after tomorrow also we have the third session, okay? So within these 6 hours, the transportation engineering will be pakka for you. Okay, I'm giving you guarantee at least 90% of the marks you will be getting. If you are properly attending, along with that, you should prepare something yourself. Remember the formula, very, very important. Okay, 50% is definitely in your hand, that whatever you're by hearting should be, you should be able to recollect that in the examination hall. Okay, yeah, thank you, Soru, for your comment. Giridhar, Vamsi, good afternoon, everyone. So see guys, how many marks you are expecting from transportation engineering? Everyone, just let me know. I just want to know whether you are aware of the weightages and all. How many marks you are expecting in the coming GATE examination? Okay, 9 to 10, 10. Okay, good. Very good. On an average, 10 marks you can expect. Sometimes it can be 9, sometimes it can be 11, like that. Okay, a very significant weightage is there. And you might have already, if you have already attended our classes or if you have watched the YouTube sessions, you know already these first two chapters, highway geometry design and traffic engineering, holds comparatively more weightage compared to this third and fourth chapter. Previously, we had highway alignment, planning and all. Now, in the recently updated syllabus, they have removed that portion. And it's not a big portion, a small portion only. And some other topics in this traffic engineering are also being removed. That is actually a good news for us as far as transportation engineering is concerned. If you are looking at the previous gate questions, you can see lot of tough questions asked from traffic engineering or from moving observer method, PCU and all. Recently also last year they have asked a question related to PCU, application of PCU. Now all those things has been removed. So that's a good thing for us. Okay, a 2 mark which might have be coming in as a tough question. Now it is going, now it has already removed. So that's a good thing for us, right? And no other much change came in transportation engineering. You might be already knowing what are the changes and all, right? So shall we start then without wasting much time? I was just waiting for other students. Okay, let me just give you some introduction regarding the first chapter. What are the topics you have to study properly? Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to study only these topics. You have to study other topics also. I'm just showing some very important topics, okay, just for brushing up. Mainly, we can divide this chapter into 4 parts: cross-sectional elements, sight distance, horizontal curve, and vertical curves. Okay, so I will select some topics, or most of the topics. These topics I will try to cover. We'll be doing MCQ, we'll be doing NAT question, we'll be doing multiple selecting question also. Okay, don't worry. MSQ question, I know you might have not received that many questions for practice. I will tell you. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry regarding the MSQ and all. Okay, since I'm getting those comments, don't worry. Okay, we'll make it clear. Now, in the cross-sectional elements, lot of cross-sectional elements are there, can be asked for 1 mark. Okay, that's why I'm simply putting etc. Apart from these 4 cross-sectional elements, we have right of way and what I can tell, width of the payment. Width of the payment is also important, but I didn't write there. Okay, these things can be asked for 1 mark. I hope you know that. If not, I will just briefly summarize, don't worry. The coefficient of friction is, just I'm giving an introduction, okay? This coefficient of friction, actually there are 2 types of coefficient of friction, right? You might be already knowing what are those. What are those? Coefficient of rolling friction, very good, and coefficient of lateral friction. Now tell me, what is the value of coefficient of rolling friction if not given in the question? Everyone, please comment. If you have not studied it, don't worry. We are going to explain that. Don't worry. Yes, very good. Very good. 0.35 to 0.5. Sorry, 0.4. Okay, just brushing up. Okay. If it is not given in the question, this is the data. That also can be asked for 1 mark. And what about lateral? What about lateral? Very good. 0.15. Right? Yes. Very good. See, this is a gate question which is asked for 2 times. What is the value of coefficient of lateral friction in the design? Okay. We'll discuss in which all area we are going to use this 0.15 and in which all area we are going to take the rolling friction and all. Okay, in the coming questions. Then comes the median. What is median? It is something, it's a divider which we are using for setting the traffic direction, not the traffic lane. It is the traffic direction. That also can be asked for 1 mark. Generally, if they are giving lanes, some of you might be selecting the dividing the lane. It is not dividing the lane. It is dividing the traffic direction. Okay, remember. Now coming to camber. Camber can be asked for a numerical question also. I will give a question for camber after this. Then shoulder. What is shoulder? It is for temporary parking. 1 point you can just remember for shoulder. The minimum width of shoulder is how much? 2.5 meter. That you can remember. 2.5 meter. Yes. Do you know why this is 2.5 meter? You can just remember something. The maximum width of a vehicle as per IRC is how much? Anyone? Please comment the maximum width of vehicle as per IRC. Absolutely. Very good, Krishna. 2.44 meter. Yes, very good. Okay. So if others are also answering, if I'm not mentioning your name, please forgive me. Okay. I will not be able to read all the names. That's why. Yes, very good. Very good. All are replying. So 2.44 meter is the width, maximum width of a vehicle, so that to comfortably parking, then it should have something more space and all. That's why the minimum width of shoulder is 2.5 meter. Similarly, something in median also you can remember. The minimum width is 1.2 meter and the desirable width is 5 meter. Or sometimes, see, instead of using the names desirable or minimum, they can also ask you absolute minimum or the desirable minimum. Always look for the word desirable. If they are asking desirable minimum, it means it is 5 meter. If they are asking you absolute minimum, absolute means it's least. Absolute sight distance means stopping sight distance. We are going to discuss after some time. So just note that the least value or absolute minimum width of median is 1.2. Desirable minimum width is 5 meter. And if it is a bridge, sometimes you can see now over bridge and all. On over bridge, we cannot give too much. 5 meter and all we cannot give. So on an over bridge or simply on a bridge, we will not give 1.5 and all. It may be simply till 1.5 meter and all. Okay, till 5 meter we will not be able to give on a bridge because so many pillars and all has to give now. That's why. Just remember these two data. I will give you a question for Camber now. I will tell you what are the possibilities of making deviations or what are the possibilities of asking tricky questions in Camber. Okay, that will be our first question. Let it be there. Then stopping side distance, we have to study it. Overtaking side distance, intermediate side distance. I will give questions for stopping and overtaking. Intermediate side distance is nothing but, what is intermediate side distance? Tell me what is the equation? Yes, very good. Tell me what is the equation of intermediate side distance? You just comment dash into SSD. Tell me what is that dash, everyone. Very good, very good, very good. What is the value? 2 times. Previous gate question. And recently also gate question came for 2 marks numerical. And for 1 mark also they have asked before. Intermediate side distance is equal to 2 times stopping side distance. Yes, very good, very good. I'm unable to read all your names because it's since so many are commenting, it keep on goes up. Okay, sorry. I know. Yes, very good. All are commenting. Very good. See, in case in between, if you are getting doubt, you just comment. Okay, definitely we'll discuss. Even though it's a silly doubt or if it is a good doubt, whatever. Okay, simply comment it. Now, horizontal curve, super elevation is very, very important. Extra widening, setback distance, transition curve. We are going to discuss questions for all these things definitely. Summit curve, valley curve, I will briefly explain the equation, and if time permits, definitely we'll do a question for summit curve, and I will tell you what change is going to happen in valley curve, and definitely we are going to do a question for grade compensation. High chance that questions will come from this grade compensation. Okay. Yes, very good. So shall we go to the question? Now it's already 10 minutes. So I hope everyone might have joined. Yes, good number of students have joined. So I think we can go to the question, right? So before directly going into the question, let me just brush up parabolic camber and straight line camber. A camber is nothing but some cross slope. It's not in the longitudinal direction. It's a cross slope we are giving. For what reason? Comment. Why we are giving camber? What is the purpose of camber? Very good drainage. Previous gate question for 1 mark. Okay. Camber is given for drainage. Whenever rainwater coming, it has to go to the side drains, right? So that is nothing but camber. Even if it is a parabolic camber or if it is a straight line camber, we don't care to calculate what is the height of this center portion. We also call this as crown. This center portion, crown, we know, at the head. So this height can be asked for 2 mark or 1 mark. We call it as height of crown. Here also we can call it as YC. Right? How to calculate the equation? How to calculate the YC? What is the equation? Very good, very good. W divided by 2n. That is the equation to calculate height of crown. Whether it is a parabolic camber or it is a straight line camber, same equation for both. So sometimes in the question they will mention which camber it is. Sometimes they will not mention. If they are not mentioning also, we don't care. Same equation, right? Now what is this W? What is this N? There are two unknowns. W is what? W is what? Yes, very good. Width of the pavement. Okay. They may give in the question. They may not give in the question. If they are not giving, see, these are the twists which are going to come. If they are not giving the W value in the question, we will assume some standard minimum width given by IRC. Okay, that completely depends on how many number of lanes are there. Depends on the number of lanes, the W value will change. That is actually the minimum value. If they are not giving the value of W in the question, we have to take from the standard specification or recommendation by IRC. Okay, 2.75 is wrong. Okay, just properly listen. If it is one lane or single lane, tell me what is the value of W. It is a previous gate question. It's not 3.5. I'm sorry. It's not 2.75. Just brush up down. Look at your notebooks. Just try to brush up. It's not 3.5. No. Yes, this is where you are lacking your preparation. Properly remember, it is not 3.5. Again and again, I'm getting 3.55, 3.5. No, no. Yes, someone is giving the right answer. Who is that? Venkateshwara, very good. Yes, now I started getting the answer. Akash, Giridhar, Krishna, very good, all are giving the answer now. Varun, Vaishnavi, yes, very good. If it is a single lane road, it is 3.75 meter. Very, very important. Previous gate question for 1 mark. Okay, previous gate question this is. Now, if it is a multi-lane, means it is 2 or 3 or whatever, let it be n. Now it is going to be n into 3.5. Understood? This n into 3.5 is not applicable for single lane. For single lane, we are going to give something extra, 0.25 meter extra. So it's going to be 3.75. Very important. Remember that. Understood? Or 3.5 meter per lane. But if it is a single lane road, it's not 1 into 3.5. It will be 3.75. Okay, something different. That's why I asked for gate exam. So one more point, I'm just deviating from this. If it is a 2-lane road, how much it will be then? 2 into 3.5, 7 meter, right? There is a special case if we have raised curb. Okay, if we have some raised curb, then what it will be? Everyone please comment. Very good. It is 7 meter. Yes, very good. 7.5 meter with raised curb. What do you mean by this curb? This is without curb. What do you mean by curb? Mainly in town areas, you will see this curb, not in village areas. Because see, the road will be there. After the road, there may be footpath. So just to separate between the road and the footpath, they may give a small block, right? A rectangular small portion is known as curb, right? See, that also can be asked for 1 mark. Okay, they can simply tell the element which is used to separate the carriageway with the or the road with the footpath or side drain, anything like that. What is that? Curb. Okay, so this also you just remember. This is a a special case. One more special case is there. You know that? One more special case. Anyone knows? Anyone knows one more special case? I'm not getting any comment. Now? Anyone? Intermediate. Very good. Intermediate carriageway. If it is intermediate carriageway, that is the next special case. W is equal to 5.5 meter. Yes, very good, very good. Right? So 3 special cases are there. In general, n into 3.5 means if it is a 4-lane road, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 14 meter, like that. 3 special cases. One is for single lane, other one is for 2-lane with curb, Third special case, intermediate lane. Somewhat in between, intermediate, in between for single lane and two lane. If it is single lane, 3.75, two lane 7 meter, somewhat intermediate, 5.5. Not exactly average and all, just to remember. Okay, right, got it. Now, what is N? What is N now? Tell me what is N? Camber? No. N is not Camber value. N is not Camber value. What is N? 1 in N is Camber value. 1 in N is Camber value, in the sense, if they are giving some slope, okay, you shouldn't tell N is gradient, you shouldn't tell N is slope. No, N is not slope. 1 in N is slope. What do you mean by 1 in N? 1 by N. 1 by N is a slope. We know whenever we are measuring a slope, it is tan theta, it's going to be a slope. So that is 1 in N. We have to find what is that N value from that given angle. For example, if I am telling you, see these things, I'm not giving you any separate question till now, I have not given, but from this we can frame lot of questions. Okay, that's why instead of putting simply a question, I'm giving so many concepts, right? For example, if I'm telling you, okay, just take it as a question, no issue. Just take this as a first question. Width of road is equal to 8 meter. Okay, take this as a question. And camber is equal to 2%. Take it as the first question. Width of road is equal to 8 meter. Camber is equal to 2%. How we are going to calculate the height of crown? How we are going to calculate the height of crown? We know the equation W by 2N. W is given 8 meter. See, if it was not given and mentioned that it is a 2 lane, then we have to substitute 7.5 meter. But if it is given, we'll take as it is, as simple as that. Tell me how much you are going to substitute for N. Everyone, please comment. Please comment, everyone, how much you are going to substitute for. Yes, very good. I'm already getting the answer. Very happy, very good. I'm happy that your preparation is going good. Yes, very good, very good. What we need to do? We need to convert that into 1 by N form. That's it. How to convert into decimal? 0.02. How to convert the same thing into 1 by N form? 1 by 0.02. You will be getting it as 50, which means this one we can also write it as 1 by 50. Right? 1 by 50 is nothing but 0.02. So the same slope we can represent in 4 different ways: 2%, 0.02, 1 by 50, or 1 in 50. All these are possible representation of a slope. Okay, this particular slope. So which, this one, 1 in 50, this representation we have to select and take the second part, nothing but 50. Now you tell me what is the answer then? Yes, I am already getting the answer. Very good. That's it, as simple as that. Understood, everyone? Got it? If they are giving in any form, just convert into 1 in N form. Okay. Now let's see. In case if they are not giving exactly, 1 second. Yes, you just take this question and just answer me. Give me the answer first. Okay, this one we have already solved. Okay, leave it, no issue. I'm just striking this question. 1 second. If a parabolic camber is recommended, that's it. Suppose the slope given, then what you will do? Tell me the answer of this question. The same question we have already solved by taking 8 meter. Camber value is not there, letter B. Then what you will do? Tell me what you are going to do if camber value is not given. Yes, we have a table. Let me check for the table once. Yes, I'm already getting the answer. Very good. You should remember this table. This is somewhat an important table we have. In case, yes, very good. Very good, standard values. In case if they are not giving you the camber value in the question, sometimes they may give, sometimes they may not give. If they are not giving, then high probability that they may ask you for 2 marks. Okay. So in this question, suppose if they are not giving the value, See, cement concrete road it is, and it is heavy rainfall area. These are the two keywords which we have to see. Whether it is a heavy rainfall area, see here, heavy, less rainfall, and which type of road it is. Based on these two data, we can select the Camber value. Understood? Here they have given it is a cement concrete road. CC stands for cement concrete. So which one I have to take? Heavy rainfall, 1 in 50. That's it. N is equal to 50. Understood? Tell me what is the answer then? Tell me what is the answer then? Okay, want to increase the size? Fine, no issue. If someone is watching in mobile, maybe the size may be a little bit less. So you can just tell, I will increase, no issue. Okay, don't worry. I'm planning to give this as PDF. Okay, at the end of the session, you will get this video in our channel, and PDF also I'll give, don't worry. Right, now tell me what is the answer for this particular question, everyone. Fast, fadafat. Very good. 7.6 meter divided by 2 into 50. How much? 0.076 meter. Now you are going to type something in the screen, now in the examination hall. What you are going to type there? What you are going to type there? Are you going to type 0.076? How much? Everyone 7.6? No. That is equal to 7.6 centimeter. Round off to integer. Then what you are going to type? What is an integer? What is an integer? In centimeter. That is also very important. We are getting 0.076. That is equal to 7.6 centimeter. Either you can put it as 7 or you can put it as 8. No issue. They will give as a range. Or maybe for such question where only 1 or 2 calculations are involved, they may not be giving you round off to integer. They will give you round off to 1 decimal, like that. If the question is round off to 1 decimal, then the range may be, the answer key may be 7.6 to 7.6. Don't expect every time they will give a range, lower limit, upper limit, because only one calculation is there, na? Right? Yes, 7 or 8. For such a type of question, they may be giving you for 1 decimal, 2 decimal, like that. They will give. Okay, don't worry. I was getting that doubt also. What if they are not giving integer, 1 decimal, 2 decimal? They will give. Okay, they have to give, definitely. Don't worry. Otherwise, it should be a numerical answer. I mean, multiple choice question. Okay, they will give, don't worry. Right? So that's it. That is Camber. Now we are going into the next very important topic, which is safe stopping side distance. Just read the question. Okay, just read the question. In the last question, whether you are typing 7 or whether you are typing 8, your answer will be correct only. Don't worry. No need to confuse for rounding off such things. Rounding off is very important in some portions, which I will tell you. You cannot simply round off in many. For example, yeah, leave it. Whenever I'm discussing those things, I will tell you. Now just read this question and understand what is given, what to do. Two vehicles A and B are each. I'm not the question and I'm distracting you. Just take some time. Once you started solving it, then I will start. Okay, I will not wait for you to solve till the end. This is just for brushing up our concepts now. Try to take a screenshot or photo, whatever, of the question. No need to write the entire question. Just take down the data and directly solve it. Okay. Question I will give you as a PDF later. Don't worry. So no need to write everything. Just take the data and start solving, because I will change the screen. That's why. Taken, everyone, data. Take a screenshot or photo, whatever. If the font size, anything, if you have some trouble, if you are watching in mobile, please let me know. Yes. So I hope you might have already started just brushing up the concept, stopping side distance. If it is a level road, we have Vt plus V square by 2GF, which is lag distance plus braking distance. A previous gate question came that the distance traveled by a vehicle, just hold on your solution. I mean your, whatever you're doing, just hold on and just listen here. Previous gate question came, the distance traveled by the vehicle during the reaction time is known as, what is that? Tell me. The distance traveled by the vehicle during the reaction time is known as, is it SSD? SSD was an option. What is that? Very good. Lag distance. That's it. By mistake, in a hurry, when you're seeing an easy question, you may put the option SSD. It's not SSD. During the reaction time, it is lag distance. And after applying the braking distance, totally it is SSD. Okay. During the reaction time, this T stands for reaction time. Okay. Brake reaction time. There are so many names for this reaction time. Brake reaction time, perception reaction time, or perception brake reaction time. That is the next twist. If they are mentioning perception brake reaction time, don't think that it is braking distance also there. No. Perception brake reaction time is another name of our reaction time. Okay. So there is no name for this second part. I mean, for that time, it is simply the time taken after applying the brake to stop. That's all. Okay. Very good. So few students have commented SSD. I hope you got it. Akash and all. Sorry. Got it now? So how much is the value if they are not giving? Another gate question for 1 mark. See how simply they are giving you 1 mark. So many questions will ask for simple concept, but from the basic. That's why I'm just brushing up the concepts also. Reaction time. Yes, very good. I already started getting the answer. Varun, absolutely your answer is correct. Good, very good. 2.5 for stopping side distance. 2.5 for stopping side distance. Tell me, do you know any other value of reaction time? Do you know any other value of reaction time? Please comment everyone. Do you know any other value of reaction time as per IRC? Fantastic. 2 seconds in overtaking side distance. Very, very important. Students used to make mistake. Don't make mistake. If it is in SSD, see in OSD different equation, but there also we are going to study T, which is nothing but the reaction time. There it is 2 seconds. Very good. Very good. There it is 2 seconds. Here it is 2.5 seconds. Very important. Now equation is very simple. Now if we are going upward, there is a small change, plus n will come. If the vehicle is coming downward, minus n will come. You can easily remember. If you are going upward after writing the gate exam, you're going to get a good score. You're going to get it into PSUs. You're going to get it into good NITs or into good IITs. You're going into higher levels. Going into higher levels is obviously a positive thing. So plus. In case if you are not getting good mark, definitely you will get, because you are preparing. That's why you are here. Maybe for some other students who are not preparing, what they will do? They will come down. Coming down is a negative thing. They will not get into PSUs. They will not get into good institutes. That's it. Okay. So while going up, it's a positive thing. While coming down, it's a negative thing. Simply remember like that. No need to get confusion in the examination hall. Right? In case if they are giving an additional data, which is nothing but the efficiency, brake efficiency, we have to multiply the brake efficiency with this mu value. Sorry, with this F value. So our equation will become Vt plus V square divided by, if I am writing as common, mu F plus or minus N. Understood, guys? Now in this case, some wrong answers also I am getting. 192.9 will be the right answer. Okay, few students have commented 187. Yes, okay, that also might be correct. Maybe it depends on how accurately you are taking the decimals and all. No issue. Okay, they will take care of that and they will give you a proper range. Okay, now in this question, what is happening? A vehicle is going up. a vehicle is coming down. And for this particular vehicle, the equation will be Vt plus V square by 2g mu f plus n. For this one, it will be Vt plus V square by 2g mu f minus n. Right, guys? See, suppose some of you might be studying the equation like 0.278 Vt plus V square by 254 into mu f. Okay. Some of you might be studying like this. No issue if you are seeing anything like this. In this question, in this equation, we should be in meter per second. In this equation, we should be in kmph. That's all. Both are same. This is the conversion. Okay, that's all. Now, if you are calculating in the first case, mu is equal to, tell me what is the values you are getting for the first one. Everyone, please comment. We should be, if I'm using the first one, I personally like the first equation only in meter per second. You just have to convert that. How to convert into meter per second? Just divide with 3.6 or multiply with 5 by 18 into 2.5. I will not take this much time for the upcoming questions. Okay. Since so many students are keep on joining, I was taking some time. Okay. We will not take this much time. So 0.9 into 0.36. So this is a plus gradient of how much? It was 2%, right? Yes, very good. Thank you. So 0.02 you have to substitute, right? Yes, very good. Now what about this? This is now 80, no? 80 by 3.6 and so on. Now here what is the mu value you are taking? Efficiency value is not given for the second one, right? Efficiency value is given only for the first one. If it is not given, what you will do? For the second, for those who joined late, you can just look at this question. For the second vehicle, what is the efficiency? Everyone please comment. If it is not given, absolutely. If they are not giving, we'll assume that it is 100%. Very good. So in the equation, we are going to substitute it as 1. Okay, remember that. So this portion you are going to get around 63.3 meters. That is going upward. The second one you are going to get it as something 129.6 meter. Am I right, everyone? So 63.3 meter. Coming down is 129.6 meter. Now what I should do? Should I take the maximum of these two? Or should I take the average of these two? Or should I take the sum of these two? What to do? Tell me. What to do? Yes, very good. Our stopping side distance will be sum of these two. Okay. So how much is the answer then? Everyone please comment. I'm getting approximately 192.9 meter. Please comment your answer, everyone. Very good, very good. Yes, 187 something I'm getting comments. That also might be correct. If you are using, or it depends on how accurately you are doing. If you are doing in calculator, then you will get exact answer. Maybe in online calci, you have to calculate something. You may have to note down it. Then some that deviation they will take care. Okay, don't worry. They may give the range like 182 to 202 or 212, like that. Some range they may give. Okay, don't worry. They will take care of it. Okay, but take at least some 3 decimals in every calculation. That is better for keeping your answer within the range. Okay, don't simply round it off. Is it clear? Okay, they will take care of the deviation in the online calculator. Don't worry about that. No need to get tensed, but take some 3 decimals everywhere just to be more safe side. Okay, clear, guys? Clear? So shall we go to the next question then? See, very, very important. Suppose whenever they are asking this stopping side distance, just within some 30 seconds, I will tell some extra points. If only one vehicle is there, okay? If only one vehicle is there or only one direction, we know SSD is Vt plus V square by 2GF, okay? In the general case. There is a special case if it is a single lane road. That is what we have discussed in this question. On a single lane road, the safe stopping side distance will be what? SSD of the first vehicle plus SSD of the oppositely coming vehicle. This is the actual concept. Generally, you might have studied in the college 2 into SSD. No, don't study like that. It is not 2 into SSD. It is SSD1 plus SSD2. But in many cases, they may not be giving the data of the second vehicle, but they will give that it's a single lane, two-way road. That is very important. Not for a single lane. It is single lane, two-way road. If it is a single lane, one-way road, then only one vehicle. Sorry. Okay. Single lane, one-way road means only SSD. Single lane, two-way. This is very, very important. Simply don't take it as 2 into SSD. By looking at single lane, combination should happen. Single lane, two-way. SSD1 plus SSD2. In case SSD2 data is not available, they have given only the data of a particular vehicle. Then we are going to assume SSD1 and SSD2 are equal. That is why if SSD1 equal to SSD2, our answer will be 2 into SSD. Understood? Understood? Is it clear? Very, very important. Very, very important. Note down that. Okay. In general sense, if they are not mentioning anything regarding the number of lanes or regarding the, regarding the direction, then no need to care anything. Directly Vt plus V square by 2GF only. Now, if they are asking you intermediate side distance, SSD, we just have to multiply with 2. Now, you may be getting a doubt. Then what if it is a single lane two-way road and they are asking you intermediate side distance, right? These things you might have not seen anywhere, right? If it is a single lane road, in case if you are getting the internet issue, don't worry, I will explain it again, okay? You please tell me, if it is a single lane two-way road, will it be 2 into SSD or 4 into SSD? Please comment whether 2 or 4, everyone. I need everyone to comment whatever you think. Everyone? Please comment whether it is 2 into SSD or 4 into SSD. Whatever you think. Okay, if it is wrong answer, then also no issue. 4 into SSD. Is it? In case video lag is coming, please forgive. Okay, due to some internet issue. Don't worry, you are not going to miss anything. Okay. 2 into SSD, 4 into SSD, both answers I am getting. Listen, there is no concept of intermediate side distance on a single lane two-way road. Okay, that's the thing. Why? Because just for your knowledge, intermediate side distance is actually a sub-case of overtaking side distance. Okay, even though the magnitude is equal to 2 times SSD, it has relationship with OSD, not SSD. In some areas, while designing, if you are not able to take OSD, instead of OSD, we are actually taking intermediate side distance if you are studying deep. Okay, so on a single lane two-way road, overtaking is prohibited. Single lane two-way road, overtaking is prohibited. So on a single lane two-way road, we are not at all going to calculate intermediate side distance because such concept is not exist. That's it. Okay, so they will not ask any question. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, so they will ask you for multi-lane only. If they are asking for multi-lane, then simply into 2. That's it. Okay, is it clear? Always remember 2 into SSD. That's it. Clear? Now that's it for stopping side distance. Okay, now shall we go to the next question then? Yes, very good. Okay, see, so many concepts, even though we have just discussed only 2 questions or 3 questions, we have discussed concepts of around 10-20 questions. Okay, That's why I'm giving or taking some time for each question rather than solving simply some good number of questions. The quality of the question and the possibility of deviations, those things you should be note down. Okay, what are the changes can come in one particular question, then what are the changes in the solution you have to do, right? See, some questions will be very simple, direct within 2-3 steps you will get. Some questions will be lengthy also, you should be prepared. Don't think that if a lengthy question is coming, we are wasting or we are losing so much of our time. How we will complete all the questions? Nothing like that, don't worry. For many questions, within seconds you can answer. Okay, theory questions, many numerical questions, you just require 30 seconds to answer or 1 minute to answer. You are going to save lot of time in some questions, which definitely you will be getting benefited to some other questions. Okay, don't think that if you are spending some 4 minutes or 5 minutes for a 2-mark question, you are wasting your time. No, don't think that you should finish a 2-mark question within 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. Nothing like that. Take your time and do. You will get time. Don't worry. That's why you should write some test series, mock test series. Finally, you will understand. Okay. Time management is also important, but don't be in a hurry. Don't make mistake. That's it. Okay. Right. Hope you might have already started solving. Now see, just listen me. Okay, please hold on and just listen to me. For overtaking sight distance, at least we should have 2 data minimum. Okay, they can give you 3 data, they can give you 4 data, they can give you 5 data in the sense values. If they're giving more values, our calculations will be more easier, time consumption will be less. I have given a question in such a way that the least number of data is given in the question. Now, once you are solving this question, whatever question they are asking for OSD, you can easily solve. That's it. Okay. In this question, they have asked what is the desirable length of overtaking zone. Do you know what is the equation for desirable length? We have 2 concepts, the minimum length of overtaking zone and the desirable length of overtaking zone. Don't confuse between these two. The minimum length will be obviously less than the desirable length. Do you know how much it is? What times OSD? That also can be asked for 1 mark. Everyone please comment. Dash and dash. Please comment. Yes, very good. This is 3 times OSD. This is 5 times OSD. Can be asked for 1 mark directly as a theory question. Intermediate side distance is already asked, I told you. Dash times, 2 times. Okay, like that. Dash times OSD. Like that they can ask question. Note down this. Now our purpose, our task in this question is to calculate this OSD, multiply with 5, final answer. Okay. Now see, if they are giving you more data, well and good. If they are giving you the least data, just listen how we are going to solve. Okay. If you are solving, then please listen here for some time. I'm just giving, I may take maximum 1 minute to explain what is OSD. So whatever be your initial speed, you may be coming at 100, you may be coming at 90, you may be coming at 80 kmph. We don't care. If you have a slow moving truck, sorry. If you have a slow moving truck in front of you, which is moving at a slower speed, definitely you have to apply the brake and your speed is going to be equal to that of the truck, right? So whatever be your speed, we don't require that. We require a reduced value of speed. In that speed, reduced value of speed, we are moving a particular distance during the reaction time that we will take it as D1. Always remember our OSD will be equal to summation of 3 distances D1 plus D2 plus D3 always, except in one special condition that I will tell you after some time. Okay. So this D1 is nothing but the distance traveled by the overtaking vehicle during a reaction time. Are we Accelerating? No, we are not at all accelerating. If you are not accelerating, the equation will be Vt. Okay, S is equal to ut plus half at square. If acceleration is 0, S is equal to ut only, nothing but speed into time. What is this reaction time T? What is this reaction time T? I have already told you. Very good. 2 seconds. That's it. Okay, let it be there. If it is 2 seconds, in which unit I should substitute the value of V? In which unit? Very good. Meter per second. Yes, absolutely. Then only second and second will cancels. We'll be getting in meter. Let it be there. Now, here we have started overtaking the truck. So the truck will be somewhere here before we are overtaking. So this is our truck. Now what we are going to do? We are going to accelerate and we are going to come back to our original lane. Why I am taking this much length? Because the truck will also be moving during my overtaking time. So we have reached somewhere here, overtaking procedure completed. But what may happen? There may be some other vehicle coming in the opposite direction that may be coming in this direction. So we have to take care of this distance also. If this vehicle is traveling more than that point, then definitely we are going to collide each other. That is D3. The distance traveled during this overtaking time is D2. Okay, guys, how to calculate this D3? That is very easy. Whatever be the speed of this vehicle, multiply with the overtaking time, capital T. I hope you know these equations. In case if you have confusion regarding OSD, I don't want to explain and waste our time. What you can do, there is a video which I have already done in the last year. In that, this overtaking side distance is explained thoroughly from A to Z of overtaking side distance. I will do one thing. I will comment those links of the video in the comment box once this video is getting uploaded in the YouTube channel. Okay, there you can watch it in case if you have any doubt in the overtaking side distance. Okay, something I'm telling here, for D2, two equations you can use. Either you can use VBT plus S1 plus S2, or you can use VBT plus half AT square. Now what is this VB and all? Here also we are using VB. Here we are using VC. Now what is this ABC? A is the overtaking vehicle, faster vehicle. B is the slow moving truck and all. C is the oppositely coming vehicle. Now if we are calculating, since I'm already getting the answer, I don't want to waste so much of time. That's why what will be D1 now? What is the speed of overtaking vehicle? Not given. Then what we will do? That is the first point you should remember. If the speed of the overtaking vehicle is not given, we will assume that is equal to design speed. So can I take it as 90 divided by 3.6 into 2 seconds? What is this 3.6? Conversion into meter per second. Can I take like this? Is it correct? Everyone please comment, is it correct? Very good. This is absolutely wrong. Why it is wrong? That's why I told you, whatever be your speed, finally you are going to reduce your speed and becoming equal to that of the truck. So this 90 is absolutely wrong. We shouldn't take that. What speed we have to consider? We have to consider the speed as that of the truck. In the sense, that's why I have written VB here. Are you seeing that? So these vehicles are A, our vehicle. The truck is B, opposite coming vehicle is C. Okay, so we have to take the speed of the truck. Our speed, we'll assume it as 90 design speed, but the truck speed is not given. Then what we will do? If the truck speed is not given or the slow moving speed is not given, there is an equation as per IRC, VA minus 16 kilometers per hour. There you have to note down something. This is also in kmph. This is also in kmph. You might have seen some equation, VB equal to VA minus 4.5 meter per second. This is also correct. But then you have to substitute VA and VB in meter per second. Why I'm telling this also? In case if you are seeing this equation in some material, don't get confused. Okay, just study only one thing. Better you study VA minus 16 because they are going to give the values in kilometers per hour only. Okay. Now, what is VA? Design speed 90 minus 16. What is this? 74 kmph. If I'm converting, how much I'm going to get? 74 multiply with 5 by 18 or divided with, please convert and tell me, divide with 3.6, okay? 20.55, is it correct? Yes. Meter per second. See, just to take accurate value, just take 3 decimal, okay? Up to you. No worries. 20.56 or 20.555, up to you. No issue. But don't simply take 20.5 or 20.6. Just make it more accurate. That's all. If you're taking also no issue, but make it more accurate. Now, see guys, what is this S1 and S2? In some question, they may be giving you this spacing. Spacing means center to center. This is S1. After overtaking, this is S2. See, so many varieties of questions I have already solved. That videos are available in YouTube. You can watch that also. That's what I told. I will give you the link. And this distance will be VB into capital T. That's why I have written VBT plus S1 plus S2. In case they are not giving the spacing, we'll assume that both these spacings are equal. Then this equation will become VBT plus 2S. Don't simply by heart VBT plus 2S. It is actually VBT plus S1 plus S2. In case center to center, okay? In case S value is not given, we'll assume both are equal. So we are getting VBT plus 2S. Now see, they have not given any other data regarding S. In case if they are not giving the value of S, we have another equation 0.7 VB plus L. This is what I told. At least 2 data they have given. They have to give speed and acceleration. Sometimes they may be giving you the value of S directly. If they are giving, then we can directly take it. I have done questions based on that. You can see that in the YouTube channel. If they are not giving, this is how we are going to calculate. So 0.7, this VB should be in meter per second. We have already calculated that. What is this L? Length of wheelbase or average length of vehicle. If L value, nothing but the average length of vehicle or average length of wheelbase, if not given, absolutely very good. We have to take it as 6 meter. I'm getting the right answers. Since so many people are commenting, that's why I'm not mentioning your name. Okay, I'm noticing your name. Okay, don't worry. Yes, very good. 6 meter. See, you can take 6 meter or 6.1 meter. Both are accepted. Practically, it is somewhat in between 6 and 6.1. So IRC says either 6 or 6.1 you can take, no issue. Okay, tell me how much you are getting this S calculation. How much you are getting S calculation? Let me check my answer also. You please comment, okay? Then only I can. Yes, S value, are you getting 20.389? Yes, 20.38. Okay, 20.38. See, you might have also studied an equation 0.2 VB plus L, right? That is also correct, 0.2 VB plus L. But that equation VB should be in kilometers per hour. Actually, it is 0.196 something. Okay, we are approximating as 0.2. If you have studied that, no issue. Then you have to properly note down VB should be in kmph. I recommend this 0.7 so that this should be in meter per second. Okay, so 20.38 we got. Now shall we substitute back then? D1 we got, VB we know, T is unknown, right? So T we have to calculate. How to calculate T? What is the equation of T? Root of Don't study forest by A. I have got the comment forest by A. Don't study like that. 2 into S1 plus S2 by A. If S1 and S2 are equal, means if it is not given, we are assuming both are equal, then within the bracket it will become 2S. So 2 into 2S will become 4S. Got it? Now that is equal to root of 4 into 20.38. What is the value of acceleration? 0.5. Okay. So 0.5 you substitute, you will get the value as 12.77, right guys? Please correct me if I am wrong. Yes. Thank you. Now you substitute and tell me what is the answer now. Everything we got. D1 is equal to VB into T. VB is nothing but 20.55 into 2 seconds. D2 is VBT plus 2S. Please tell me what is OSD. Okay. Please tell me what is OSD. How much it was? 12.77. Please tell me what is OSD. That is nothing but D1 plus D2 plus D3. See guys, VC is not given now. The value of oppositely coming vehicle, then what we will do? Value of oppositely coming vehicle not given. What we will do? Very good. Equal to VA. That's it. See, don't study equal to VA. It is equal to design speed. If speed of the oppositely coming vehicle is not given, VC is equal to design speed. If design speed is not given, then only equal to VA. Understood? If they are giving both the design speed as well as VA, then take it as equal to design speed. We are assuming opposite vehicle is coming in the design speed. Okay, most of the time when they are not giving, then either VA or design speed they may give. That's why we are taking it sometimes equal to VA directly, but properly understand the concept. Okay, equal to design speed, that was 90. So converting into meter per second, multiplying with 5 by 18. Okay, nothing but dividing with 3.6. 12.77. I'm not writing what is D1, what is D2, what is D3. OSD will become how much? If you want to just compare, just listen. D1 will be 41.11. D2 will be 303.27 approximately. D3 will be 319.25. So that our OSD value will be how much? Please comment everyone. Please comment how much you are getting. I just want to check whether my calculation is correct or not. So everyone please comment. How much you are getting? Everyone please comment. Yes, thank you. 663 approximately. Some slight deviation may be there. It depends on how accurately you are taking your S value, T value, etc. Okay. So shall we substitute 664, 65, whatever, fine, no issue. Now what will be our desirable length now? What is asked? Desirable or minimum? Desirable length. Okay. So what we have to do? Desirable length 5 times. See, according to my calculation, 663. Okay. If you are getting 664, no issue. They will consider that because so many steps are there. No? So that consideration they will give. Don't worry. At least you take 2 decimals or 3 decimals to make it more accurate. So 663.63 multiply with 5. My answer will become 3318.15 meter. Your answer should be nearby. Around 3300. If you are getting, your answer is absolutely correct. Are you getting, everyone? If you are getting around 3300, your answer is perfectly correct. Yes, very good. See, they will take care of these deviations in the calculation because so many calculations are there now. So they will give a good range like 3200 to 3400, like that some range. Don't think that it will not be very big range because if they are giving very big range, even if some student is making mistake, he will also get marked. No? So they will make sure that that is not happening. But such a small deviation, don't worry about that. But at least you take 2 decimal. For example, this S value. Don't round it off 20.4. At least 2 decimals you take. Okay, just to make it more accurate. Understood? So we have discussed so many concepts in this. If sometimes they will give you the value of VB, then we don't require this step. Okay, if VB is not given, then don't do this. Don't think that every time VA minus 16 will be VB. No, if they are giving, we are coming at 90, truck is going at 40. Then take VB equal to 40 kilometers per hour. Then don't do this. If it is not given, then only do this. Okay, very important. Second thing, S value if given, take as it is. If not given, then only do this. Okay, if they are giving, then don't do this step. That may not be equal. Okay, now T value, don't by heart for S by A. Just listen this, 2 into S1 by S2 by A. One more thing I want to tell you. I told you there are 2 equations for D2. Either you can use this or you can use this. You just do one thing. Acceleration is available, capital T is available. Just check that equation. You will be getting exactly what you got in the using the first equation. Any equation you can use, up to you. In some question, if they are giving you the value of capital T and S, you can use this first equation. In question, if they are giving you capital T and acceleration, then you can use the second equation. Okay, then no need to calculate the other one, like that. Now one twist which can come in this question is, look at this question. Tell me what kind of road this is. It's a 2-lane road, right? It's a 2-lane road. Now tell me how the vehicles are coming. So this is case 1. Whether the vehicles are going in one direction or the vehicles are going in the opposite direction. Is it case 1 or case 2? Is it case 1 or case 2? Case 2. How you know whether they have given anything? 2-lane, 2-way road. Yes, that's it. 2-lane, 2-way means case 2. Suppose the question was, it is a 2-lane, 1-way. What change is going to happen in this solution? In case the question was 2-lane, 1-way, then what change is going to happen? What change is going to happen? Very good. Your D3 is going to be 0. 1-way, 2-lane, 1-way means there is no opposite vehicle. Your OSD will be D1 plus D2 only. Only in this case, it will be D1 plus D2 plus D3. Understood? You calculate then D1 plus D2. Whatever you are getting, see in this question, D3 we don't have to calculate. OSD will be this 41.11, whatever is your D1 plus D2. Now multiply with 5 to get the desirable value. D3 is absolutely 0. If they are not giving anything, okay, suppose if they are not giving anything, there is a 2-lane road, that's it. They are not mentioning anything, whether it is a 1-way or 2-way, then what to do? If they are not mentioning anything, then what to do? Will you take 2-way or will you take 1-way? If they are not mentioning anything, please comment everyone. Will you take D3 or you will not take? Please comment. Please comment. Very good. Case 1 or 2? Very good. Case 2, it will be by default D1 plus D2 plus D3. Okay, similarly OSD also, similarly SSD, if they are giving it is a single lane. We know special case is for 2-way. If they are not mentioning anything regarding the direction, they are simply telling it is a single lane. But they didn't mention whether it is 1-way or 2-way. Then we'll assume our general case. Special cases will be always special. They will mention. If they are not mentioning, no special case. Similarly, if they are asking what is the minimum width of 2-lane road, it is 7 meter. Special case is with raised curb. If they are not mentioning anything, general case 7 meter. With raised curb, special case, then 7.5. Similarly, stopping side distance on single lane road, SSD only. If they are mentioning special case two-way, then 2 times, like that. Similarly here also, if they are not mentioning anything, then D1 plus D2 plus D3. That is our normal case. What is our special case? Both are one way, D1 plus D2. Clear? On a single lane road, there is no concept of overtaking sight distance. On a single lane road, overtaking is prohibited. So they will not ask you the question. Understood? Because from your lane, you have to go to the next lane, overtake by accelerating, go back to the initial lane. So minimum 2 lane should be required. Understood? Concept is not there, then they will not ask. That's it. Clear? Clear? Right. So overtaking side distance, is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now see, what is the word meaning of ruling? Good doubt. What is the word meaning of ruling? In this question, it is not there. The meaning of ruling is nothing but design. If they are giving ruling speed is 90, means design speed is 90. That's it. Okay. Wherever you are seeing ruling radius means design radius. That's all. Okay. Stopping side distance. Generally, they don't used to mention ruling sight distance and all. I haven't seen such a word. If they are mentioning also, don't get confused. It is for design purpose. That's all. Clear? Right. So understood what is OSD? Shall we go to the next concept then? Okay. See, so many questions are there till here, whatever we have discussed. Okay. Don't think that we have discussed only 2-3 topics. So many questions came. Clear? Yes. Now, read this question. Everyone, read the question. 3 concepts are there in this particular one question. It's an MSQ question, okay? Going to be a little bit lengthy, but in GATE examination, they will not ask you this much lengthy question, okay? This question I have made for just to discuss so many topics just in one question, that's all, okay? Going to be an MSQ. This much length will not be there in GATE exam, trust me. This is just for practice, okay? Just to brush up our concepts which we have already studied. Hope you have gone through the question at least once. 2-lane road is given, 90 kmph is the design speed. Just take the data only, okay? Don't take the complete values. I'm giving you a few seconds for solving yourself. Then I will solve. Right. I hope you started solving it. Without wasting much time, I'm also explaining. You might have already solved the first one. Just keep that option A and option B there. First of all, I'm just directly going into setback distance, option C and D, okay? Because I have just drawn something here, that's why. Okay, A and B will discuss. Now, what do you mean by setback distance? By default, setback distance means what is the minimum distance from the center of the road to the nearest obstruction, so that you will be getting a proper sight from one side of the horizontal curve to the next side of the horizontal curve, so that we can stop our vehicle properly. In the sense, if this is our horizontal curve, top view, okay, top view, horizontal curve, you're coming from this direction, someone is coming from this direction. If you need a proper sight distance here, to have a proper visibility, what should be this minimum distance? Minimum, you should have this much clearance. That's it. Setback distance means clearance. How to calculate that M? I have written the equation, direct equation. You might have already studied this. By default, this is our case. This is our default case. This L and S you might be already knowing. If you don't know the details, I told you I have already done a video for overtaking side distance. Similarly, in that video, I am discussing this setback distance also in detail regarding each term in this equation. Okay, just watch that if you want more details. But simply, if we are just brushing up, L is the length of the curve, S is the stopping side distance. If they are mentioning that the length of the curve is more than stopping side distance, we'll go with the first case. If they are mentioning that the length of the curve is less than stopping side distance, we should go for the second case. If they are not mentioning anything, see, mentioning in the sense sometimes they can simply give you the values of L and S, we can compare. If they are not giving, then we will go for the first case. That's why I told you default case means assumption. Okay, R minus D cos alpha by 2, whereas alpha by 2 is equal to that equation. What is this R? Nothing but the radius of this curve. What is D? Distance between center of the road to the center of the innermost lane. Those who don't know what it is, if you want to know in detail, you should watch that video for better clarity. But I don't just want to leave you like that. I will tell you what it is. Otherwise, you may get confused while solving this question. Now, that's why. For more detailed explanation, you just watch that video. That's all. For a two-lane road, what do you mean by D value? Center of the road is somewhere here, middle of the road, to the middle of the innermost lane. This is our first lane. This is our second lane. This is the second one is the innermost, inner side of the curve, outer side of the curve. So this distance is D, which means for a two-lane road, it will be half of a particular lane. Tell me what is D in this case. Tell me what is D in this case. Everyone, can you please comment? What will be the value of D? What is the width of the road? 7.5 meter. 7.5 meter is the total width of the road they are telling. So each lane will be 7.5 by 2, 7.5 by 2. Very good, absolutely. 3.75, no? Yes. 3.75 meter is one lane. 3.75 is the other lane. So this D will be 3.75 divided by 2 or 7.5 divided by 4. So it will be 1.875, I guess. Yes. So D will be 1.875 meter. Is that clear, everyone? Yes, very good. All are commenting that, then I'm happy. One question can I ask you here? Please hold on your calculation. Please hold on. Can you tell me if they are giving a single lane road of 4 meter width? Tell me what is D. Everyone, please hold on your calculation. Everyone comment. These can be the twist coming in the question. Single lane road of 4 meter width. What is the value of D? Very good. Bhagyashree, Swaroop, Krishna. Very good. Srikanth, properly listened. D is the center of the road to center of the innermost lane. Sam, Mustu, very good. Vikas, check your value, check your value. Tripti, check your value. Vaishnav, check your value. Center of the road to center of the innermost lane. Very good, Srikanth. Now you are getting it. Single lane road of 4 meter. Where is the center? Where is the middle? Here. Where is the center of the innermost lane? Sir, there is only one lane. There is no innermost, there is no outermost, only one lane. That is the innermost, that is the outermost, that is the only one lane. So center of the road itself is the center of the innermost lane because there is only one lane. So what is the distance between this point and this point? 0. Correct? Getting? Vikas? Yes, very good. So those who told 1 meter, those who told 2 meter, now you comment what is your answer? Going to be 0. Very, very important. If they are giving in the question, it is a single lane road. Our equation is having a slight modification. with great simplicity in the calculation, what will be our equation will become? This is general equation. If it is a single line road, equation will become r minus d cos alpha by 2. See, this is together, okay? First you have to do this part, then the answer you have to minus from r. So if it is a single line road, r minus r cos alpha by 2, whereas alpha by 2 will be s by r into 180 by 2 pi. Similarly in the second case also. Is it clear now? Paka? Yes. So that was an extra point. Note down there. Okay. See, till now they have not used this in the gate question. They have always asked 2 lane, 2 lane, 2 lane every time. In case if they are asking for 1 mark, sorry, single lane, don't make mistake, take it as 0. In this case, it is 1.75. So whether they have given any case, assume length is greater than, no, safe stopping side distance is given, S is equal to 152 meter. Whether they have given any L value, length of the curve is not given now. Yes, if they are giving, then we can compare and check which case it is. If they are not giving, then we are assuming this is going to be equal, greater than, yes. Now what else? Nothing. So first I am going to calculate that. By default, this equation is what? From the center of the road, by default. Okay, that's what in the figure also I have mentioned, from the center of the road. Please calculate and tell me how much it is. First we have to calculate alpha by 2. So S value is given as 152 meter. Radius is 180. Please tell me how much you are getting S value. Sorry, alpha by 2 value. Are you getting around, I'm not writing everything, 152 divided by, so you do one like this, 152 into 180 equal to, divided by, open the bracket, inside the bracket 180 minus 1.875 equal to, then divided with 2 equal to, divided by pi, like that you do. So 24.70. Okay, alpha by 2. Tell me how much is alpha by 2, because I want to compare my answer. That's why, whether I made any mistake or not. Are you getting around 446, 24.446? Yes, thank you. Now see, don't round it off. You may be getting a long value, don't round it off. What you can do, if such a question is asking in the GATE exam, first you calculate alpha by 2. So you got an answer in the online calci. Directly click on alpha, directly click on cos. If you want to calculate cos 24, first you have to type 24, then click on cos. So first, once you calculate and got the answer 24.44 something, click on cos, click on multiplication, open the bracket, then R minus D, 180 minus 1.875 equal to, now you got an answer. But now you require R minus this answer. If it was the scientific calculator, then we can directly put 180 minus answer. But that option is not there in online calci. Then what we can do? Whatever you got, you just put minus R, minus 180. Now you will be getting a minus answer. Now our required answer will be positive of that. Understanding? Is it clear what I'm telling? I'm just telling something to save your time in the examination. So M value will be 17.84. Yes, very good. I'm also getting the same answer. That's it. First you have to do this, then you have to go for this. What are getting? Yes, very good. So finally M will be 17.84. See what we are actually calculating this. M is from the center. Okay, M is from the center. So first I am going to the third option, 17.84. Yes, option C is correct now. Absolutely correct. Okay, all are getting? Yes, very good, very good, very good. All are commenting. That's why I'm not mentioning names. In case if you are making wrong answers, then I will mention the name. Okay, then I will tell you what mistake you have made. Yes, very good. Yeah, Khatri is also joined. Yeah, very good. Praveen, very good. Now see, what is the option D? Setback distance from the center of innermost lane. What is the meaning of that? Center of innermost lane. We have one lane of 3.75. We have another lane 3.75. Setback distance we calculated, that is from the center. How much is that? 17.844 meter. Now what do you mean by setback distance? By default, setback distance means from the center. Okay. Actually speaking, if they are not mentioning this line, then also it is correct. Setback distance means by default it is from the center. Sometimes they will mention, sometimes they will not mention. Okay. So setback distance from center of innermost lane means where? From here. Now, what will be that? What will be that? Very good. We have already calculated this as D. We already calculated that as D. See, if it is coming as a multi-lane road, like 3 lane, 4 lane, 5 lane, 6 lane, whatever, you can simply remember from the center of the road, we are calculating using the equation of M. From the center of innermost lane, that will be equal to M minus D. So this one you just note down as a note. If they are asking from the center of the curve or center of the road, that is equal to M. If they are mentioning center of the innermost lane, that is equal to M minus D. Even if you are not by hearting M minus D, no issue. From the figure, you can just check. If they are asking from the outermost lane, then you can simply look at the figure and just calculate it. That's all. What you have to remember is the equation stands for M. That M is nothing but from the center. That's all you have to remember. Okay? Now what it will be? 17.84 minus, so M minus D will be 17.84 minus 1.875. How much, guys? 15.97. Okay, 15.97 meter. Very good. All are commenting. I'm happy. What is given? Option D is correct or not? Option D is correct or not? Wrong. Right? It is 15 point something. They have given 14. So option D is wrong. Now I'm going back to the first option, super elevation. The super elevation provided on the curve will be 10%. What is the equation of super elevation? What is the equation of super elevation? By default, V square by 225R. If they are giving in the question to assume friction is also developed, then we will take E plus F is equal to V square by 127R. If not, we are going to take V square by 225R. Or if they are mentioning that what is the value we are going to provide, then also V square by 225R. Or if they are mentioning what is the design value of super elevation, then also go with V square by 225R. What is the value of V? Speed is given as 90, radius is 180. So 90 square divided by 225. How much you are getting? 0.2. Enough? Yes, very good. So that is equal to 20%. So what is the given option? 10%. Wrong, no? Very good. It is 20%. They have given it is wrong. Okay, 10% is obviously wrong. See, guys, is there any possibility that this answer is going to be true? I mean, is there any possibility that this first statement will become correct? Is there any possibility? If I am adding one sentence in this question, assume it as a hilly terrain. Now, can you tell me whether option A will become correct or not? If the terrain is a hilly terrain, then can you tell me whether option A will become correct or not? Yes, now it is becoming correct. Why? I'm not writing that in the question. I'm just telling extra thing. Whenever you are calculating the super elevation using V square by 225R, we should always check whether it is less than Emax or not. If they are telling to assume the friction is developed and all, and we are using E plus F is equal to V square by 127 our equation, then no check is there. If you are getting 8%, answer is 8. If you are getting 20%, answer is 20%. Because that is some theoretical concept. That's we are not going to provide. Okay, if you are using the general equation. Now here we have to check Emax. Emax is equal to 7% for plain terrain or snow-bound hilly area, and is equal to 10% for hilly area. But in this question, they didn't mention anything, no? In this question, they didn't mention anything. I'm removing this part. They didn't mention anything. Then how you know whether it is a hilly terrain or a plain terrain? How you know whether it is a hilly terrain or plain terrain? Why you told it is wrong? If it was a hilly terrain, then it is correct, no? Yes, very good. By default, we'll assume if they are not giving, okay, by default, we are assuming that it is a plain terrain by default. Okay, so whenever it is exceeding less than or equal to, okay, whenever it is exceeding, we have to put it as 7% or 0.07. Understood? Very good. Understood now? Yes. Whether they have mentioned anything in the question? Oh yes, they have mentioned also, no? Here it is mentioned. Okay. If it was not there, let it be. Then also. Okay. I only made the question. I forgot that I have given that word. If it is not given, then also we'll assume that it is a plain terrain. Understood? Now I'm asking you one thing. I got option A as wrong. I got option D as wrong. I got option C also. I mean, option C is correct. Definitely we know it is an MSQ question. Should I calculate option B and waste my time? Because MSQ, na? So it should be correct, na? Should I waste my time? Are you going to waste your time for B? Definitely it will become C and B, na? Please comment. Are you going to waste your time? Yes means what? We are going to waste my time, huh? Like that, huh? Should we calculate B? Yes, you have to calculate. Yes, very good. Why? MSQ doesn't mean that more than one will be correct. More than one may be correct. So sometimes only one can be correct. At least one will be correct. Okay. One can be correct or more than one can be correct. Suppose you got A, B, C as wrong. Then obviously D will be correct. Okay. That option you can do. But maybe they will not give. I don't know. Definitely. If they are giving A, B, C as wrong, obviously D will be correct. But doesn't mean that simply don't do that, because sometimes if you have made any mistake in A or B or C, then you will not realize that. If you are doing D also, you are getting D also wrong, then you will understand, okay, I made a mistake somewhere. Or if you have some confusion in some of the option, 3 other options you know already, you understood that it is wrong answers, then the 4th one will be obviously correct. So such a something like that you can do. Common sense. Every time not guaranteed, but in some cases. Let's see. What is the value of off tracking? Next concept. So in this question, setback distance is discussed, super elevation is discussed, maximum value of super elevation is discussed. That also can be one more question. Off tracking. What is off tracking? What is off tracking? Very good, very good, very good. What is the value of off tracking? What is off tracking, by the way? Because of the rigid wheelbase, your front wheels will be going in one direction, your back wheels may be going in some other direction. That difference we call it as off tracking. What is the equation of off tracking? I'm getting the answer as NL square by 2R. So this is absolutely wrong. So what is the value of off tracking? So those who have commented that it is NL square by 2R, remember it is L square by 2R, not NL square by 2R. Okay. L square by 2R is off tracking. If you are multiplying with N, we are actually getting mechanical widening. If they are asking what is the mechanical widening, then N into off tracking value. Okay. Now, how can we calculate that? L value, average length of wheelbase. Whether they have given anything in the question? No. Then what you will do? Have you seen this guy anywhere? You know this guy before? L? What is this? What is this L? Yes, very good. Length of wheelbase or average length of vehicle. We have seen him in the overtaking side distance. 6 square divided by 180 into how much it is? Everyone please comment. Yes, 0.01. See, this is in meter. So meter square by meter, you will be getting in meter. So 0.1 meter, right? They are asking in centimeter. Sorry. So 10 centimeter. Correct? So what they have given in the question? 20 centimeter. Now see, if you are taking by mistake NL square by 2R, if you are multiplying with 2 also, then you will be getting that as a correct answer. That's why purposefully I was making like that. Doesn't mean that, see, you are getting some answer, it is there in the option, doesn't mean that you are correct. In GATE examination, such tricky things may come. Okay, so that's why purposefully I made that question. Don't make mistake. 20 centimeter will be what? 20 centimeter will be mechanical widening. Okay, mechanical widening is nothing but n into off tracking value. So one more equation I am telling. What is psychological widening? If they are asking you what is the total extra widening, that is nothing but mechanical widening. I'm not giving any extra question now. Mechanical widening plus psychological widening. Mechanical widening is n into L square by 2R. Psychological widening will be V by 9.5 root R. The very important thing you have to note down here is V should be in kilometers per hour. That's all. Okay, so that is the equation for extra widening. One more concept, direct substitution. That's why I'm not giving here. So if they are asking you extra widening, there is they may not be giving you what is the value of length of wheelbase and all, or sometimes they will not be giving you the R value. Once in GATE examination, they have given the off tracking value. They didn't give the R value. They asked the extra widening. And what we can do? If they are giving off tracking value, we can calculate the radius using this equation. Nothing but 6 square divided by 2R. If they are giving off tracking value, using this equation, you can calculate radius and substitute back into the equation. Clear what I told? Clear what I told? Yes. Very good, Bhagyashree. Understood? Sometimes R if not given, then from the off tracking value, we can calculate. Is it clear? Okay. Yes, actually for more than 2 lane, there are some special equations for extra widening. This is actually for 2 lane only. If it is 3 lane, 4 lane and all, it's going to be a little bit deep concepts. Generally, they don't used to ask those concepts for GATE examination. What we actually used to do, for 2 lane, we'll calculate whatever be the extra lane. For each lane, we are going to take half of this value. Like again and again, we'll take half like that. But practically, we may not be doing, that is the actual concept, but practically we may not be doing like that. Just going into safer side, we may directly take sometimes 4 into NL square by 2R and all. 4 into L square by 2R. But actually there is some effect on the psychological widening also. So practical thing is different, theoretical thing is different. That's why they are not asking such things in GATE examination. They may ask you for 2 lane only, don't worry. Okay. For single lane road also, psychological widening is actually not required. But practically speaking, we may calculate and provide for safer side. But theoretically speaking, psychological widening is not required in single lane road, because psychological widening is actually, if opposite vehicle is coming, we will be having a psychological tendency to go sidewise. That's why. But practically, we will provide. So if they are asking, then we will calculate it. Okay. Now understood? Right. Now we are going into the Next concept, which is nothing but transition curve. Okay, so let's read the question now, everyone. Yes, Mohammed, you have to consider and calculate. Okay, practically we may be doing some provisions, some reductions, but if they are asking, we will calculate as per the equation. Okay, that's why whenever they are asking extra widening for competitive exams, they are asking for 2 lane only. Okay, whichever be the exam. Clear? So take the question. We have to calculate the shift of transition curve. Just note down the data given. No need to write the exact complete question. Yes, have you noted down? Okay, I'm just brushing up your memory. Shift of transition curve is actually what? If we have a circular curve, to provide the extra widening gradually, to provide the super elevation gradually, to avoid the jerk, or to give more comfort to the passengers, to turn the steering gradually, what we are doing, we are providing a transition curve. So starting of the transition curve will be with the straight road where radius is infinity. Ending of the transition curve will be with the circular curve where radius is equal to that of the circular curve. Ideal shape of a transition curve is spiral shape. Whatever I told so many times, previous gate questions came. Okay. Now, the shift of transition curve is nothing but if we are not providing any transition curve, there will be an alignment. Alignment means center line of a road. If you are giving the transition curve, there will be a shift in the location or a shift in the alignment. That shift in the alignment is known as shift of transition curve, which means it is some distance. Okay, they will ask in mm, centimeter, millimeter, meters, etc. Equation is L square by 24 r. L is the length of transition curve, r is the radius of the horizontal curve. Sometimes they can directly give the value and ask you for 1 mark. If they are asking for 2 mark, they will not give the value of L. We have to calculate it based on 3 equations. Whichever equation gives you the maximum value of length of transition curve will be our final answer for L square, that L. Okay, so generally we used to put a suffix S here. This stands for spiral shape, PQ by CR. If C is not given, then only we will go for this equation 80 by 75 plus V. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your comments. Very, very important point. If they are giving the value of C, then we don't have to calculate this. If they are giving some value, and if you are calculating using this equation 85 by 80 by 75 plus V, it may not be matching. Okay, so if they give a value, take as it is. If they are not giving, then only calculate. One more important thing, this calculated value should be always in between 0.5 and 0.8. In the sense, if you are getting some 0.4, then take it as 0.5. If you are getting some 0.89 something, then take it as 0.9. But if they are giving a value 0.4, 0.9, take as it is. That's it. Okay. So very important thing is here we should be in, here we should be in meter per second. Here we should be in kilometers per hour. Okay. One trick I might have told you in our classes or maybe in some YouTube sessions. Very easily you can remember just a simple trick that if the equation contains some numericals, some numbers, then most probably it will be in kilometers per hour. If it doesn't have any number, it will be in meter per second. That is a trick to remember. So VQ by CR is not having any number. This cube is not a number. It is V into V into V. Na? So V is in meter per second. There is no number. Here 80 is there, 75 is there, a number is there. So we may be in kmph. That is a trick to remember. In case if you are struggling, you can use it. Some what I can tell, exceptions are there, such as braking, side distance and all. So just substitute. And yes, I'm also parallelly solving. How much you are getting C value? Please comment. Let me check for my answer. The C value will be 80 divided by 75 plus 70. We are going to get 0.5517. Am I right? Okay, thank you. 556, is it? 556 or 551? Okay, 0.551. Okay, thank you. Better take three or 4 decimals. So now listen, here you are substituting it as 70. Here we should substitute 70 by 3.6 cube. That is what very important for us. It is in the range, so take as it is, 5517. What is the radius value? 260. Tell me how much you are getting for the first one. How much is the length you are getting? 50. Are you getting 51.25? Please confirm whether my answer is correct or not. Yes, thank you. Now, coming back to the second equation, we know we can provide the super elevation either by raising the outer edge by a height capital E or rotating about center. Means the outer edge either we can keep here and the outer edge we can raise by a height E, or we can fix the center and raise this outer edge by half E by 2, so that whenever I am raising this E by 2, it will come down E by 2. E by 2, E by 2, total slope will be same. Enough? So if, see, again I'm telling, if you want more explanation, I will give some link. Just watch that, okay? More deep explanation I have already given in another video. This equation we will use if the road is rotated about inner edge. This is the default condition. If they have not mentioned anything, we'll go with this equation. If the road is rotated about center, this is rotated about edge or inner edge. This is rotated about center. If they are not giving, by default first equation. But in our case, super elevation by rotating the pavement about its center. Then which equation we have to use? Second equation we have to use. Now what is E? What is N? What is W? WE? E is nothing but the super elevation. V square by 225R. Tell me how much you are getting. 70 square by 225 into 260. Tell me how much you are getting. Are you getting my answer? Yes, very good. Is it going beyond our limit? Yes, of course. What is our Emax? 7% by default. Whether they have given that it's a hilly area? No, they have given plain area. Okay. If they are not giving also, we will assume plain area. Okay. So E value, we have to take it as 0.07. Okay. Because it is exceeding our Emax. Suppose we are getting 0.06 and all. Then we will take as it is 0.06. Since it is going beyond, we are going to take it as E value will be 0.07. Guys, what is this N now? In the bracket, I have written 1 in N, which is the rate of introduction of super elevation. Rate of introduction of super elevation and rate of super elevation are different. This E is also known as rate of super elevation. What is rate of introduction of super elevation? We know some slope, some height we have to give in the horizontal curve. What we are actually doing in the transition curve, Slowly, we are racing. And whenever we are reaching the horizontal curve, we will be having the sufficient super elevation. So at what rate you are increasing is known as rate of introduction of super elevation. Most probably they will give in the question. If they are not giving the question, we should remember a few values. 1 in 150 for plain terrain. Okay, we have to remember that 1 in 150 for plain terrain. Okay, and one extra point also I'm telling, 1 in 60 for hilly terrain. Only these two you have to remember. If you want, you can also remember, sometimes we take 1 in 90 or sometimes we'll take 1 in 100 for built up area. Okay, so only in these two cases they will not give. In all other cases they will give. It is exactly like our, see, Camber 1 in 50, we have taken 50 in the equation. Similarly, if rate of introduction of super elevation is 1 in 50, n value will be 150, like that. Clear? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, that value we have to take 1 in n. Now what is W? What is the normal width of the road on a straight line? Okay, we have a curve, a straight road is coming, then transition curve, then circular curve. So W is the width of the straight road. W is extra widening. So W plus WE is nothing but the width of the straight road plus extra widening we have given. What is given in the question? Width of pavement required at the curve is 8.4. Is this W or is this WE or is this W plus WE? Tell me. First one, second one, or third one? Everyone please comment. Are you going to calculate extra widening and add with 8.4, or are you going to take, since it is a, whether they have given which, how many lane? No. What you are going to do? Yes, very good. This is nothing but our W plus, sorry, not WE plus W, W plus WE, sorry. Understood? That is nothing but straight road W. Here we are doing some extra widening. If we are doing some extra widening, total it will be W plus WE. Understanding? Understanding? So in transition curve questions, they may not be making you too much trouble, okay, because it's going to be too much lengthy, no? Or they can ask you that. How? They can simply ask you what is the length of transition curve based on rate of introduction of super elevation criteria. Like that, if they are asking, then they can give you separately. So we have to calculate extra widening and substitute. But otherwise, it's going to be very lengthy. You know? So they may not be giving. If they are not giving, then properly check it, okay, whether it is or giving the other one or not. Yes. So that is given 8.4 meter by 2. Now calculate and tell me. Now we are going to select this one, not this one, because they told that it is rotated about the center. Tell me the second case, how much you are getting? Thank you, 44.1 meter. Yes, thank you, Srikanth. Okay, so as of now, which is maximum? First one. Okay, now coming back to the empirical equation. This is for plain terrain. This is for hilly terrain. I told you a trick. If it has a number, then kmph. Okay, it's a trick actually, not a theory. Now that's why I have written 1 here, just to make you understand the coefficient is 1. So here also it should be kmph. Okay, otherwise if you are simply studying v square by r, then our trick is not valid there, or you can just study as an exceptional case. Okay, understood? Okay. Now in this case, we have to use this equation, the first one, because it's a plain terrain. Calculate and tell me what is this? 2.7 into 70 square divided by 260. Yes, 50.88 meter. Thank you. Okay. Now we got 3 answers, right? Okay. Now, how we have taken 8.4? Because they have given that width of the road at the curve area. What do you mean by curve area? Complete. On the curve, we are going to give extra widening. That's why, okay. W plus WE is nothing but the width of the road at the curve area. Okay. Now, three values we got. The first one is 51.25, second one 44, third one 50.8. So, which should be our minimum value? In RCC, you might have studied minimum value of something will be maximum of some equation. Maximum value of, or maybe maximum spacing will be equal to minimum of some equation. It's completely ulta, opposite. So minimum length of transition curve will be maximum of these three length. What is that? What is that? Yes, very good. How much we calculated? 51.25 approximately. Yes, 51.25. See guys, purposefully I was making that question. In case if you are not taking this by 2 by mistake, and if you are going with this equation, you will be getting 88.2 and your answer is going to be wrong. That's why I told the transportation engineering, this much lengthy calculations if you are doing, if you are making a slight mistake, your final answer is going to be wrong. You are getting 0 mark or sometimes negative mark. That's why I told you, since it is very silly or since it is a very friendly, user friendly or student friendly subject, don't take it very silly. Okay, because chance of making mistake is also high. That's why I'm taking this much time. If you are thinking like we have only solved around 4 or 5 or 6 questions within 2 hours, we have actually discussed an equivalent of 50 or 100 questions. That many concepts we have discussed. Like that only you should prepare. Then only you will be getting the mark in the examination hall. Okay, you should understand what are the twists which are going to come. Okay, always check if they are not mentioning with respect to which point we are rotating, then by default go with the first one. If this sentence was not there, where it is, if this sentence was not there, okay, not at all given, then we are going to assume it has rotated about inner edge and our length of transition curve will become, first equation means 88.2. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, what I told just now, is it clear or not? Everyone comment yes or no? Okay, yes, very good. So in this question, it is going to be by 2. So our maximum value 51.25. Now we are going back and substituting. Tell me how much is the answer? 51.25 square by 24 into, what was the radius? 260, right? Tell me what is the answer, everyone, please comment. 0.42. Yeah, thank you. What value you are going to substitute? What value you are going to input? Sorry, round off to 1 decimal means 0.4. Okay, they may give a range because so many calculations are there now. Okay, see 1 decimal means substitute 0.4. If you are substituting 0.42, I don't know whether you will be getting the mark or not. High chance that you may get, because the computer programming now, it may read up to 1 decimal only. The programming might have done like that, but don't take the risk. Okay, properly read the question and substitute as they have mentioned in the question. 0.4. For such question, they may give a range 0.2 to 0.6, something like that, or 0.3 to 0.5 like that. Don't worry, they will not give 0.4 to 0.4. Why? Because see how many steps we have done. 80 by 75 that we have done. This one, second one. There also cube is there. Before that, kmph into meter per second conversion is there. Then this equation. Then the final one. See, lot of equations we are already doing. Then we are again doing shift equation. So whenever so many calculations or so many steps are there, they will be giving you a good range, a lower limit and an upper limit. So don't worry about your answers, but to be in a safer side, everywhere you at least take 3 decimals or 2 decimals minimum. Better you take 3 decimals. Okay, and proceed. And if only one step calculation is there, for example, this one, they're directly giving you the value of L as 51.25 and asking you what is the shift, then definitely you are going to get 0.42 only. Then they may be giving 0.4 to 0.4 like that, maybe. Okay, understood? Is it clear? So other points also you remember for 1 mark. A transition curve, radius of a transition curve keeps on increases or decreases? Tell me. From starting to ending, radius of a transition curve will increase or decrease? Everyone comment. Can be 1 mark or MSQ. Very high chance that which of the following statements are correct with respect to a transition curve? Very good. Transition curve radius will decrease from infinity to R. What is infinity? Radius of the straight road. What is R? Radius of the circular curve. So it keeps on decreases. As if L is the distance, or if D is the distance on this, if you are moving from starting to ending of the transition curve, as length increases, R decreases. Linearly means L directly proportional to 1 by R for a spiral shape. L directly proportional to 1 by radius. One statement. Other statement, they can ask like starting, infinity, ending, opposite of radius. Do you know that? What is opposite of radius? Curvature. Curvature of the transition curve will, from starting to ending, increases or decreases? Very good. Curvature will increase. Starting curvature will be almost 0 because 1 by infinity. Ending curvature will be 1 by R. So radius keeps on decreases from infinity to R, radius of the circular curve. Curvature keeps on increases from 0 to 1 by R. Transition curve we are providing for giving extra widening gradually, for giving centrifugal force. The effect of centrifugal force will be reduced to give the super elevation gradually, to reduce the effect of centrifugal force, to reduce the jerk for easy smooth transition from straight road to circular curve. That's it. Those things. Spiral is the best shape or ideal shape of the transition curve. These things can be asked for 1 mark. Okay. So I think we have discussed so many things. And I think if I am going for the next concept, we may not be having time. Okay, no issue. We have 2 more sessions. So I hope you have got enough concepts in this session. Okay. Don't simply look at the number of questions, just look at the number of concepts we have discussed. So tomorrow, same timing, 2:30, you will be getting the second session. We will finish the remaining portions of this highway geometry design. And for the second part of the session, we are going to cover the traffic engineering also. So by tomorrow session, part 2, we are going to end this highway geometry design as well as traffic engineering. And in the third session, we are going to discuss payment material plus payment design as well as airport and railway. Okay. If tomorrow, if we have time, then we will start highway materials also. Depends on the time requirement. Okay. So tomorrow, same timing, 2:30. Okay. For 2-hour session. Day after tomorrow also we'll be having a session. So shall we wind up? So I hope you got some benefits from this video because of this session. So prepare well. We'll meet in the tomorrow session also. And go to the comments once this video is uploaded in our channel, the Gate Academy channel. I will be adding those links which I told you, which I have made on this overtaking, side distance, setback distance and all. So that if you want some deep concepts or some other questions, fresh questions, you can just go there and watch it and practice more questions. Okay. So we are winding up. Yes. So if you have any doubt, that is very important. If you have any doubt, you can simply comment in the comment box. Okay. Or tomorrow also, live also you can ask, or you can just comment in the comment box. Definitely I will reply there. For each comment, even if it is a silly doubt or even if it is a very tough doubt, I will comment there as a reply. Okay. No need to postpone any doubt. I mean, no need to keep any doubt pending. Okay. So I hope this video was beneficial for you. So thanks for joining. Bye. Good day.